do you want to eat better every day for lunch? When I have to go into work, I prefer to bring my lunches. Well, stick around, I'll show you a quick, easy meal you can make that will give you a week's worth of lunches. Hey, it's Rob. Please hit the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel and consider hitting the notification icon so you get notified every time I upload a new video. You need lunch for the week. You don't want to go out. I used to go out a lot, and beyond the fact I was spending a lot of money every day to eat out, there was also the fact that the quality of the food wasn't that good. Well, you can make something, in fact you can make a lot of food, and you can portion it up to take it to eat throughout the week. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make some chicken and rice in my Instant Pot. I've got my Instant Pot here. Now I've weighed out some rice, and I have weighed out 210 grams of rice. And I'm going to add that. That is 5 servings worth of rice. And the reason I'm doing that is I have a chicken breast, which I always keep chicken breasts and stuff like that in my deep freeze. I pulled one out. I weighed it on my scale a little earlier, and it came out to be just over 20 ounces. So I'm going to put this in with the rice, and that's going to give me 5 servings of chicken and 5 servings of rice so far. Since the Instant Pot is basically a programmable pressure cooker, I need water to bring it up to pressure. Now I've measured out the water I need, and I'm going to add it into the Instant Pot. So now I have my chicken and rice. You can add whatever you want for seasoning. I have some garlic. I always keep minced garlic on hand because I absolutely love garlic. It's one of my favorite spices, so I'm going to lop in a bunch of garlic. And I'll just take a big spoonful and add that. And yeah, I know some people might think that's a lot of garlic, but I love garlic that much. I'll add a bit of salt. And I have this hot sauce seasoning. I'm going to add some of this to the mixture also. Then, just to kick it up a little bit, I've got some salsa that I bought from Aldi. I'm going to go ahead and add that. Now, this Instant Pot, I'll leave a link to where you can get this in the show notes. I actually ordered this a few years ago on one of those Amazon Prime days when they had it really cheap. So I'm going to go ahead and add a bunch of salsa just to give it a little bit of flavor. So now that I have everything in the Instant Pot, I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on it. And I'm going to make sure this vent is set to ceiling to keep the pressure in. Once I've done that, I need to set the timer. Currently my Instant Pot is off. I'm going to hit the pressure cooking button. On some pots it might be called manual. And my timer currently is set to 35 minutes. I am going to go down to 25 minutes. And then I'm just going to let this sit. So it's going to cook this for 25 minutes, and when it's done, it's all going to be completely cooked. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some vegetables. So why don't we come back in 25 minutes? We'll see how this is so far. The timer went off on the Instant Pot. I let it sit a few more minutes because I was in the middle of doing something. That's the great thing about these. Well, before I open the lid, I need to release any pressure. So I have to take this valve and I need to turn it to venting to let off any pressure that's still in it. There's a pin. You heard the pin drop. Now I can open the lid. So here we have the chicken, rice, and salsa. Grab the camera and bring it up here like this. Now this is done cooking. I'm going to stir it around a little bit. Then I'm going to take the chicken out and I'm going to shred the chicken, put it back in, and add some mixed vegetables. All right, I've got a plate, I've got a couple of forks. I am going to pull this piece of chicken out of here. Then I'm going to stir the rice. I've got a bag of frozen vegetables that I bought at Aldi. I'm going to cut open the bag And I'm just going to dump the vegetables into the pot with the rice. Now my cooker is still on warm. These vegetables won't take long to cook. Then I'm just going to stir them in with the rice and let them cook in here while I shred up my chicken. And then put my chicken back in here with everything. Shredding the chicken, I'm just taking the chicken, pulling off chunks, and then just pulling it apart with the 2 forks to shred it. Now that I'm finished shredding my chicken, I'm going to put it back in with the rice mixture, and I'm just going to give it a stir and let it sit for a few minutes, and then I'm going to portion it up into individual portions. And right there, I've got lunch for the week. If I don't eat all the portions, I can put some of them in my deep freeze. Almost every week on Sunday, I prepare something. Sometimes it's a rice dish or a pasta dish, so that I have different things that I can eat as the weeks go by. Now, the actual amount of effort that this took me was about 5 minutes of actual time to prepare a week's worth of food. This was simple, it was quick, it doesn't have to be anything very fancy or very exotic. Adding the salsa adds a little bit of flavor to it, so does the garlic and the spices, and it didn't take me long to do. So there you go, a very simple, healthy chicken and rice recipe. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down at the bottom. Also, please give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, and if you hit the notification bell, you'll get a notification every time I do a new video. Until then, I'll see you next time.